record this. So I just got back from the exam, uh, cybersecurity exam. Oh, I need to take these off. Yeah. I wonder if this has nothing to do with that, though. I'll see. But anyway, I noticed my front end is like boom, boom, boom when I got to about 95 on the interstate. And I mean, it was like bouncing. And then it did it like, so when I was heading there, it didn't do that. But when I was coming back, it did. And then it did it when it was like 85, when I was at 85 as well. So I'm just curious as maybe why. I'm wondering why that is, because I was right before I got to the exam, like started driving, it's I just filled up like full tank. So I'm wondering if it was heavy, so that's why it didn't rumble. But when I got back here, it's almost half a tank. So I need to look this up. But yeah, this is me. Um, so I'm just going to, yeah, I'm trying to look and see. And I'm wondering if maybe that's why this front piece is there, but that's not heavy. And then I'm thinking maybe it's the tires, because it was definitely like boom, boom, like that. And I was like, oh my goodness, I got to be careful because the handle of this car is good. But that was the first time I seen it do that. So I'm like, and it did it like at least 4 times. So I'm going to look this up and see if this is typical for this vehicle. But that worries me because if I'm on the. All right, let me record this shit. So literally, I'm back where I didn't want to be to do this. But I had to go to 2 stores to get all this. So I got all of this except for the jack and some wood. And this is what I look like. I have my Air Force overall things on. I got this car from the dealership, so they could have took the shit off. But I watched like 4 or 5 fucking videos last, like early morning. I gotta take, to get this shit off, I have to take the fucking bumper off and then get it off. Because what they've done is they screwed the shit on there. And then the metal pieces, that was like the last little thing. So the one that fell off doesn't fucking matter. Um, it's like it was literally like what they were describing to me, because these metal rods like went loose, and then this thing is worn down. Actually, it's supposed to be like that. This piece is, so whoever had this, they did not take care of it very well over time. So when I got it, I got the last piece of it working, and then it just obviously went to shit. So it needs to come off, because what I found out is this helps with speeding. So with the metal rods being there, it keeps it up. But because they were loose and this thing's about to come off, this is catching air. So when I'm going more than 70 miles per hour, this thing is literally shaking the front end of my car. So if I don't get the shit off now, if I go back on the interstate, I'm probably going to get in a damn car wreck. Um, so it has to come off. And what this thing is called is a splitter. It's actually called a V2 splitter. I've actually seen people put different ones on, and I like the way it looks. And the way they put on is, it doesn't take much. Um, so I was thinking if I want a new one, I can put one on once I do this process. But for now, I'm not going to have it on there. Yeah. But this is a little project I'm going to do, but I have to get it done today. This is the second time I have off work. Um, so I want to get it done today. And yeah, I'm about to get started. I just started jacking up, but I need to find a spot to put it. And then go from there. So what my goal is, just to kind of give an idea, and then I'll try my best to record in pieces. Jack it up first, and then when I jack it up, I'm gonna get it to where the wheels will be sitting on both ramps. So I'm just going to push the ramps underneath my wheels, and then they'll be safely on there. But also I have this chalk. I should have got another one, but it's fine. One wheel is fine for it to be chalked. And then the guy mentioned about this folding mechanics pad, because I was telling him like I need a mat because I thought I had one and I don't know where I put it. And he's like, "Oh yeah, we got something where it's actually more comfortable." Because I was gonna get like one of those styrofoam kind of ones where you stack it into fours and it makes a large square. He's like, "No, no, no, I'll get you one." So he got me this, and then he's like, "Aren't you cold?" And I was like, "Dude, no, I'm mostly grew up in Colorado, so to me to feel this reminds me of the fall and winter. So I absolutely love it. And right now it's not even cold, um, but earlier it was. So I told him, I'll be fine. And then also I told him I had this my Air Force overall things. And he's like, "Oh, okay." And I told him I was gonna do it out in the parking lot there, but when I tried, I literally had these out, the car ramps, getting ready to line them up and everything. And then this guy walks by, get into his car, and he's like, "You need to have some wood to help you get your car on them." And I knew it because I seen the video with the guy doing that, but I didn't understand why. And then I mentioned it when I was in the store, but I already bought all this. And the person who helped me, he was like, "Yeah, you don't need anything like that. You should be fine." But to find out he was right. As I went to my car to try to get prepared for it, my car literally, you can see it. It's too low. So even if I try to run over this shit, it's gonna scrape all on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I got the wood. And then I was like, I thought that they could cut it at an angle, like in the video I found. But they were like, "No, we only cut it like this." So one of the clerks was like, "Oh, you can still use the wood. You'll just have to do it like this." And I was like, "Nah." Um, just didn't seem as safe. And then also the person who cut my wood, when I mentioned this to him, he also said, "Yeah, no, the wood would probably like, get caught and stuff." And I was like, "Yeah." So that's why I decided to get the jack. All right, and I don't have to borrow their shit. I have my own, and this shit is everything. I got all kinds of damn tools up in this bitch. Look at this shit. All right, recording myself. All right, as you can see, I'm on this side now, jacking up this side so then I can get the car ramp on this side underneath as much. The reason why I'm doing it this way is because since the car is sitting low, um, I cannot actually ride up the car ramp because the splitter is hitting it. So I have to, if I had wood, which I do, I'll show you this wood here. I needed to like cut it at an angle to easily let the car drive up onto this ramp, but where I got this wood, they can only cut it this way. So I would have to do it on my own. So I was like, no, let me just get the jack and then I'll still use the wood, just it'll help me keep the wheels where they need to be so I can ride up the car ramp. So I've been doing this maybe now for probably 30 minutes. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah. Because there's a certain way. Yeah. I'm just sitting the different way so I can see myself. And I can see the wheel moving up too. Hopefully the video's catching it. But I was supposed to do that this morning, but I had to go to two different stores to get everything. Because I was actually going to do this in another parking lot where one of the stores was located. I had everything prepared, and then somebody was like, "Oh,